Hello everyone, Francis Walsh here again with thedigitalmerchant.com, and today we're going to be looking at the best Amazon business brokers in 2025. So these are essentially brokerage businesses that help Amazon business owners sell their companies, sell their Amazon FBA businesses. And there are a number of these companies out there, but they do vary quite a bit in terms of the market range they deal with, the transaction size they deal with, the industry niche that they specialize in. So it's really important to get a provider that is well suited to your business. The market for Amazon businesses has changed a lot over the last few years. Valuations went crazy in around 2021, but they've come down quite a bit from that peak in the last few years. So you do really need to do your work if you want to get a really good price for your business in this day and age, and you need to partner with the brokerage firm who knows your industry and who is prepared to get you the best possible deal. So I've looked at 4 of the leading providers in this space in this video, and let's get into it. So the first company we're going to be looking at here is one that I've looked at before on this channel and that I'm a big fan of. It's Quiet Light. So Quiet Light has been a leader in the online business market, the online business buy and sell marketplace for a number of years. It was founded by a former entrepreneur who was kind of frustrated with the landscape of, online business sales, and he wanted to do something better and to provide a service for people like him who needed an exit and needed a broker who could facilitate it. And to that end, he has only hired former entrepreneurs as brokers. So when you work with Quiet Light, you're working with someone who has either bought or sold an online business themselves. Now this is a huge benefit because, as you'll know, if you're an Amazon FBA entrepreneur, there's a lot of specialist knowledge that goes into it. And it is really helpful to have that experience when you're trying to find the best deal for an Amazon FBA business. So the Quiet Light do take the kind of the white glove approach to brokerage. They'll really work on your listing. They'll really try and vet buyers and try and find the best possible buyer for your specific business. They work kind of, I suppose, in the mid-market range. You'd want to have a valuation probably of at least 100,000, and they do work with the businesses valued up to the kind of 25 million and up, even that kind of range. So they do really cater to everything in that kind of mid-market range. If you're smaller than $100,000 transaction size, it might be better to look elsewhere, even though they do cater to businesses of that size as well. But anything above the 100k mark, I really think there's a lot to like about Quiet Light. So the next platform we're looking at here is Website Closers. Now, Website Closers really cater to high-end Amazon businesses. If your business is valued in, tens of millions of dollars, there's a lot to like about what Website Closers might be able to do for you. They really cater to this segment of the market specifically. They've been around a long time. They've got a huge pedigree in this area. They claim to have sold over 2,300 businesses for a total of more than $2.2 billion in transaction value. So, they're really well established, really well respected, and they have a great track record of getting big deals over the line. Now, as you might imagine, because they specialize in these bigger numbers, if you're a smaller business or even in the mid-market range, you might be better off looking elsewhere. Kind of like Quiet Light, they do cater to smaller transactions, but you're probably going to get more attention if you're a bigger Amazon company approaching Website Closers. Now, the difference between Website Closers and Quiet Light here, I would say, is that Quiet Light do go down as far as $100,000 transaction value quite enthusiastically, whereas Website Closers, I think really, unless you're in that 7-figure range, you're probably better off looking somewhere else. I think they do really just cater to that higher end of the market, but if that's where you are, there is a lot to like about them. So the next platform we're going to look at is called Empire Flippers. Now, Empire Flippers is a really well-known name in this space, and I referred to it just now as a platform, and that really is probably the best word for it. It's not kind of a brokerage in the sense that some of the rest of these companies are brokerages. Empire Flippers, there will be an account manager assigned to your sale or your transaction, but they're not going to give you anywhere near the level of service that a broker with the likes of Website Closers or Quiet Light will give you. That's not really how they operate. Instead, how it kind of works is you'll get a listing and they will anonymize the listing to a certain degree, so you can't see, the specific details of your company name, address, all that kind of thing, unless you sign an NDA and you're inducted in that way as a buyer. But they do make these listings pretty much public. The anonymized listings pretty much public, and the idea then is that a huge pool of buyers can access these, look at them, and see what might suit them. Now, this obviously has pluses and minuses. The plus is that you are getting exposed to a huge pool of potential buyers. So if you have a kind of a niche business that might not generate interest from the average buyer, that extra exposure can really, really help. However, you're not getting the benefits of that active brokerage like you're getting with the likes of Quiet Light. You're not getting that level of white glove service. So for that reason, if it's a higher value transaction, if it's making up a big percentage of your portfolio and it's a high quality revenue generating business, I don't know if Empire Flippers really is the best place for it. What I would recommend is that if it's, at the smaller level, if it's maybe a 5-figure business, if it's not that big a part of your portfolio, and particularly if you want to shift it quickly, I think then Empire Flippers does have a lot to offer. They do really have a strong reputation for getting deals done quickly, and that's kind of by virtue as well of the size of the platform and that expanded pool of buyers. Obviously, the more potential buyers see your company, the more, the more likely you are to get one quickly, and the more likely you are to get your sale over the line quickly. So yeah, if it's a smaller value transaction and you're really prioritizing speed, definitely have a look at Empire Flippers. If not, I would definitely go with one of the kind of the higher end brokerages that I'm looking at in this video. And finally, we're looking at FE International. Now, FE International is a little bit different again in that it's not really the kind of the more modern online buy and sell platform that some of these other companies are. It's a more traditional M&A brokerage firm. It was founded in 2010, as you can see here on the homepage. So it did grow up in the online era, but it really does move like a more traditional M&A firm. It deals with a broad spectrum of companies. It's not just focused on the online world, and so for that reason, I do think that if you're an Amazon business and you're in that space and you require that level of specific experience, I do think you're probably better off looking somewhere else. FE International, it's great for more traditional companies that are high value and that you want that kind of traditional brokerage service. But I think, as I was saying at the start of the video, Amazon FBA companies are very specific in the type of company that they are, and they have specific and kind of distinctive requirements. And so for that reason, I do recommend looking for a platform that is designed to cater to those kinds of requirements. So what I do like FE International, and I would recommend them for various kinds of companies. I wouldn't recommend them if you're an Amazon FBA business. I just think you'll find a more suitable platform elsewhere. And so I suppose on that point then, in conclusion, it's probably pretty obvious what I'm going to recommend, but it's going to be Quiet Light. I think they have got a lot of experience in the online business space and with Amazon businesses. They come in cheaper than a lot of their competitors. I think the most expensive success fee that you'll pay is 10%, and that then slides after you get above $1 million in transaction value. So for the money you're paying, you're getting a really, really high quality service. You're getting entrepreneurs who are experienced in business, purchase and sale, and they just really know what they're doing, and they have a really good track record of getting high quality, high value deals done. And so for that reason, they would be my recommendation, I think, for the majority of Amazon FBA sellers. Like I was kind of saying, if you're prioritizing speed, maybe look at Empire Flippers. And if you're in that really, really higher end of the market in terms of transaction value, maybe look at Website Closers. But generally speaking, I think Quiet Light is probably the best option for most businesses. That's pretty much it from me on this one. Best of luck to anyone who is looking at selling their business at the moment. I know it's a stressful process, but you're nearly there. You're at the final hurdle now, so keep going and you will be fine. And best of luck to you. So I'll see you all in the next video.